This is it. A berth in the Super Regionals on the line coming up next. From Oxford, Mississippi, Murray State takes on Ole Miss. The winner gets Duke in the Super Regionals. Welcome to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. It has been a long and winding road through the Oxford Regional, but we have reached the
season. He can hurt you in so many different ways besides just getting on base.
Ground ball over to Judd Unimark. One down in the top of the first.
They go deep into counts. They don't strike out often. They make pitchers earn it.
Driven to right field towards Hayden Federico, and he has room for the second out. Mercer gave it a ride, but into the glove of Federico. Sprays this one out to right to Federico again. A rare 1-2-3 inning against this Murray State offense in this regional. Pops it up towards left field, and Talkin makes the catch. Talkin had some issues out in left pretty quickly. Eighth pitch of the at-bat here. And Silva wins the battle with a 93-mile-per-hour fastball.
Get him over the fence.
Furness goes around to finish off the first, and a quiet start for the Bats. 57 in regionals. Over to third base for Luke Hill. Long throw for Hill, and Furness can't quite get to that baseball in time. The throw was a... It has had some moments here in this regional. There's another one there with a single. Along with some productive numbers during regional play. Over to Furness. And Furness will have to hustle to get to the bag, and he cannot in time. Hooks wasn't able to get to the bag.
With a fastball high and tight.
1-2 over to Furness. Furness will take it himself. A run is in as Decker scores. It's 1-0 Murray State. With a run scored since. Another opportunity here. Hill goes to first, and a wonderful play made there by Will Furness over at first base. Runners on, 2 outs, 1 across from Murray State. Ground ball over to first, another tough play, and Cunningham beats it out. And another run is in as Mastoni scores. It's 2-0 Murray State. And that pathway to... Runners at the corners. And Hogarth strikes out to conclude the inning. A big strikeout for the Rebels to prevent further RBIs. Powers this one in the air to right. Back is Mercer. He makes the catch.
Wow, one of the few times he hasn't been able to muscle a ball that he hit into the outfield over the fence.
Ground ball over to Decker. Fields it, throws it, out 2.
Made it look easy, right? Pretty hard hit ball coming off the bat.
The 2-2 is a swing and a miss from Smithwick, and Isaac Silva dealing so far.
Over the weekend, they're just throwing everything to him. Soft, spinning everything. Nice pitch on the inside part of the plate.
3 pitches to get Dustin Mercer.
The whole lineup, they're starting with everything but off-speed pitches.
Into left field, and that will hit the wall and be a double for Carson Garner. So,
particularly when you got Walker Hooks on the mound with a plus changeup.
Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Heading home is Garner, The throw is offline. He would have beaten it anyways. It's 3-0. And Murray State.
Strikeout comes up with a timely base hit.
Mastoni drives it to left. That is off the wall. This will score another run. Decker is in, and it's an RBI double. Lined into right, another hit. Run number 5 is heading home as Federico fumbles the ball in the outfield. Mastoni is in, and it's 5-0, Murray State.
Ball at 86 miles an hour. Look where this ball starts and where it finishes. Oh, nice bite.
Tonkin strikes out. For play the infield, DH is typically. Tough play for Randall. It scoots into left. Heading to third base is Vierling, and he is there, and it's runners at the corners again. And more hustle from Murray State. They know. Swing and a miss. Cunningham is tagged to end the inning. 3 runs off of 5 hits for Murray State. They lead it. Mastoni, good backhand and a toss to Silva.
Defense travels.
The teammates, first time ever in program history that they have at least 20 as this one goes back and over. On cue, home run for Austin Foley. And Ole Miss is on the board.
The ball over the fence. Foley comes up big, his 21st home run of the year. Just a matter of time before the Ole Miss bats would wake up. Flip side of that, if you're Murray State, it's just 1 run.
Popped up. Garner calls for it and catches it.
This for him.
Sanford hits this one well towards center field.
Oh, he tracked it down.
Catch is made by Jonathan Hogard out in.
Coming. He's going to be able to catch up to it. Oh, he went away from him. Base is empty. Mercer keeps his hands in his stands, nice and still.
Sharply hit ground ball to Randall. There's 1 and there's 2. Two. That sneaks into right field for a base hit. Utermark was playing on the other side because of the shift, and they gave up that side of the field, and Garner.
2 strikes in the count. This Murray State team does not tighten up. They keep their hand-eye discipline.
Called third strike, and Decker is caught looking to close out the out as well, the top 2 seeds.
Yeah, and although they weren't on that graphic, I mean, you can make the argument, wow, what a good job at first base, scooping that ball up by Mastoni.
Knockout LSU in the Baton Rouge Regional. As that one catches Will Furness, and he'll go down to first base. The walks were a problem last night. He may very well go back to Nick Shuddy, depending on how Silva does. Judd Utermark will make this a 5-3 game. He smokes that pitch to left field.
This kid has power, 416 feet. And when he hit it after 2 steps, He looked at his dugout and said, "Come on, boys. We're back in this thing." Take a look at the swing. And then watch this. He sees it. "Come on, boys, let's go." I know that ball's not in the ballpark anymore. I mean, just look at it. That's too high in the strike zone. Bell tie. Udemark's going to make you pay as he continues to mash balls. Hitters to show up, particularly when base runners are coming at a premium.
And Humphrey strikes out for the second out. Back to the dugout. Perhaps sharing some of those notes we saw with his teammates on how to hit the ball that far against this pitching of Murray State, as Smithwick
go with the flow. Depends on how many easy outs he's going to get, but not right now. I think from that perspective, you know, he needs to get a couple 1, 2, 3 innings or quick innings.
Keep finding ways to apply pressure here to Ole Miss, and there's another base hit. Vierling has another one.
Now they're getting some looks, and it's what they need to do. Baseman and Vierling, the catcher, on first and second.
Nobody out for Dan Talkin, who swings at the first pitch. It gets by Furness. Another run will come in. It's Mastoni, and it is 6-3 now. Murray State, as right behind that throw, Talkin took second. And Bermeo strikes out for the first inning, or for the first out, I should say.
Yeah, and that's a bit gritty.
Cunningham strikes out for out 2. Another tough pitch from Morris.
Start him off.
Up the middle, base hit. That might score 2. 1 is in. Talkin is on his way. He is safe. 2 more runs in for the Racers, and they increase their lead. Has him drawing closer. Ground ball down the line. Cue up another double for Dustin Mercer. Rounding third base is Hogarth. He'll score, and it'll be a triple this time for Dustin Mercer.
Georgia Tech's a short rest.
The throw over to first base is in time from Hill to Furness. And a quick one by McCall.
The second time through the lineup, you would have thought they would have kept him in there for 3 more outs possibly.
There's the first out of the inning.
And everything in his windup and delivery says, "I'm spinning stuff on you," as he spins it for the strikeout.
He gets Austin Foley for the second out. Still a long way to go in this game. But Randall strikes out, and Shuddy standing on business.
Would Ole Miss be able to get to 10?
Off the glove of McCausland, and Decker beats it out. 101 miles per hour off the bat. 0-2 bounces. Decker takes off. The throw is high into center field, but Decker does not advance. He was on the ground as the ball was going into center field.
Into control in the batter's box.
2-2 into center field, base hit. Decker rounds third. He will head home, and he is safe. It is 10-3 Racers. One-two, out towards Humphrey in center field. It will get down for another hit. The hit parade continuing for the Racers. And that really set the tone, perhaps, for the regional. Talkin puts this one in the air towards right center. Humphrey is there for the catch. And the runners will stay put for the first out of the inning. And that's been a part of this situation here this evening. The crowd has been quieted by these bats. Utermark for one, and then the relay is not there to cut down Bermeo. Low, meanwhile, Bermeo takes off, and he is safe as he's able to beat that throw from Foley easily.
Instead, just another runner in scoring position.
Cunningham drives this one to deep left field, but Mitchell Sanford makes the catch. Time for the bottom of the sixth. Murray State up by 7.
Explosive offense like this.
Both home runs. There's a hit. The first non-home run of the game, courtesy of Mitchell Sanford.
For their recipe this weekend.
Hill powers this one to deep center field. Leaping and making the catch is Jonathan Hogart. Another spectacular play out in center.
Back into it.
Breaking ball gets Furness for the second out. Mitchell Sanford. Judd Utermark strikes out to finish the 6th inning. The pitching of Murray State stunning thus far as Hogart comes up with another hit. He takes the turn. He's heading for 2, and he is safe. Away from them with time running out and outs running out as Mercer flies out to Humphrey. Heading to third base on the play is Hogart, and he is there safely.
Helping out his teammate, making that a sacrifice fly. Hogart with good field in. Scary sight.
In the left field, it's a base hit. Hogart is in, and it is a RBI double. Ground ball to Luke Hill. Oh, 1. Over to Utermark. It hits off his glove. Garner is in. 12-3 Murray State. And since that time, 7 unanswered runs by Murray State. Over to Randall, and he is thrown out. But Murray State thrilled with what's going. Back-to-back home runs, but they were able to do a lot of other things besides that as that sneaks into right field past the glove of Dom Decker, and it's a leadoff single for Isaac Humphrey. Smithwick 0 for 2. Struck out back in the second. Breaking ball, and down he goes.
And they've only given up 3 runs to this dangerous lineup from Ole Miss. That's been the key.
And Shuddy.
If you walk them, I still think you go to the bullpen.
Ball 4. Bases are loaded for Ole Miss. Ball 4 to walk in a run. Ole Miss needs a rally. Sanford did not go around, and it is another run walked in by Murray State. Into right field, it gets down for a base hit. 1 run is in, a second run is in. It's a 2-run single from Luke Hill. breaking ball into right field for a base hit. Sanford is on his way home. It's an RBI single for Will Furnace. It's now a 12-8 game. Udemark strikes out.
Wow.
Humphrey strikes out to finish the bottom of the 7th inning, but it was a productive one for the Rebels. Nichols has bounced back. 3-2. Called third strike on Dan Talkin.
And what the Ole Miss season.
This has been quite the journey tonight. A trip to Super Regionals on the line. Strike 3. Back. Popped up. Third base side. Hill is ranging and making the catch. 3-2. Cut off by Decker. And beat out by Smithwick. For now, moving forward. Federico stings this one to center. It's caught by Hogart.
Oh.
Ball 4, 2 on for the Rebels. That one driven out towards right field. Back to the wall. It's gone! The first home run of the year for Braden Randall makes it a 12-11 game.
Welcome the newest member of the Bomb Squad here at Ole Miss. The number 9 hitter gets one he can take for a ride. And whoa.
He had 6 RBIs on the season as this year. This is going to be a tough one. Fielded, not in time. Sanford hustles down the line. Base runners. In the last 2, they've stacked up 11. Breaking ball, ripped to left. Another hit. Sanford stops at second base. Hill is on with 1 out. Called third strike on Furnace.
Back to the breaking ball.
Swing and a miss. Udemark goes down swinging. What a gut check for Graham Kellum.
Down and low.
Swing and a miss.
Take that.
Hogart sits down for the first out.
Did he?
1-1, ground ball over to Furnace. Fields it, makes the play. Lots of emotion in this regional. Ground ball over to Randall. Throws and makes the play as Furnace makes the catch and heads back to the dugout. 3 more outs left. Strike three. One out. Strike three. Another Rebel caught looking.
70. That was a long at bat.
Hit out towards center field. Hogarth underneath it. Murray State races into Super Regionals for the first time in program history.
Look at the hops on those dog piles. Postseason baseball, the college baseball world should be stunned this postseason. Murray State, the #1, #2 seeds are out. The Racers come in here and beat Ole Miss not once, but twice. What a ball game.
A stunner in Oxford. The Racers win the Oxford Regional. Mike Bianco and Dan Skirka share a moment.
I mean, nothing but respect. How can you not respect this bunch? The job they were able to do. All they did was come in with their season on the line and get 19 hits off of SEC pitching to keep their season alive.
They built a 12-3 lead in this game and gave up 8 of the 9 runs back, but performed a high wire act to get out of the Oxford Regional. This was a program that had not won an NCAA tournament game since 1979. They come in to Oxford, Mississippi. They knock off Ole Miss 2 times. They also defeat Georgia Tech. They take down an SEC school and an ACC school to reach the Super Regional, where now Murray State will take on the Duke Blue Devils.
And nobody believed in them, but they believed in themselves. And they stayed who they were. They stayed true to themselves, playing with the house money mentality, the dream season, wanted to keep that going.
Dunn was giving him advice on what to do with the pitching heading into tonight. He's a huge fan of this team, and rightfully so. This is an amazing ball club to watch. And they win a regional title.
And I think when you talk about their pitching,